Hello, it's Mark here again with another quick tutorial. This is basically how to create a texture for glass or material for glass with a texture and add it to a Probuilder object. Simple thing. Without further ado, Control Shift K just to create an object. In this particular case, I've got a particular measurement I've used before, which I'll just undo that, and you can see it's just sort of the size of a pane of glass, something like that. Won't bother to rename it at the moment. I think it's fairly obvious what we're going to do. You can see there's just a normal Probuilder default material on there at the moment. And so what we'll do, we'll right click. I've got my textures here, so I've created a folder myself and create in there the material. I'll call it, believe it or not, glass. I'll go on to the surface inputs. It's on white at the moment, but I still need to click on that. And what we need to do is go to red, green, blue, alpha. Now, we've got the white, which is represented with FFFFF. But what we can do, we can left click and bring this over and down to here. Not right down, because it'll be completely see-through, and you probably will be so see-through you wouldn't be able to see it. So, you think, right, okay, that's the glass. I've now made it more transparent. I'm just going to put it onto there, and you think, oh, that's lovely. There's a slight problem here, because you haven't actually designated the surface type. So I'm just going to click on transparent, and as you can see, when you go up and down like so, you can now see that it's see-through. So it's glass, but it doesn't look like glass. You can see through, and you could create a building or something with glass that looks like that in particular scenarios, but if you want it to look a bit more realistic, you could change the metallic and the smooth and make it a little bit more shiny. Now what you can do is press Ctrl Shift and K, create another object like so. Coming out of that, we're on the move tool at the moment, so I'll just bring it back. It's 1/2 meter at a time, as you see on the snapping here. And I'm just going to put a different type of material onto there, one that you can easily see. Now, I don't know whether you can see that straight away, but I'll just move a bit closer and shine it off the light. You've got, it's effectively old iron, but you can see that it's got shiny bits, and it's also got material which is bumpy. So, if we, for instance, if we wanted to make this more realistic, we'll go back, to the glass. Go to the glass here, and what's been added to that texture is a normal. You can put it on the base map as well, but you can't change it, which I'll show in a moment, to make it more bumpy and deeper texture. So what you do, you click on this. Now you've got, it's known as normal maps. As you can see here, you've got some for the bricks, and they're normally attached to some of these brick textures. So if we go down a bit further, I've got lots of other free textures I managed to procure from Unity Asset Store, and let's have a look at some of them. That looks okay. That's bricks still, so that could look like glass bricks, which is not what we want. But I've got some other ones down here. Grass textures and other things, and if I wanted to make that a little bit different, I wouldn't say that's perfect, but that looks like misted glass. You can see just how effective that can be. If I don't like that one, or I don't like how deep it is, I can get it even more misted. I can make it really misted, or just slightly misted, and you can see that you've got like a sort of window that you'd have, say, for a bathroom, so that people can't see in if you haven't got a blind down. Now, if you wanted, you could try a different type, and that probably looks a little bit better. And you can see just how the light shines off it. The reason for that is the normals point in certain directions. If they point out, the light bounces off it. If they point in, the light is absorbed by it. It's based on normal light in normal science, so they've just basically experts have applied this to this kind of system. So it's the same principle as it would be in real life. So what we're doing, we're just emulating it. So you get the idea how you can make that very easy. And actually, I'll just quickly put down to number 5 like so, and you can see just how good that is. And if I wanted, I could just quickly go on to this one, just bring this out a little bit more when I finally get it done. And look, you've got what is the beginnings of a possible ice cube. And if you look at it again, you could say, right, well, I can add some colour to this. So if I wanted green glass, I could make it like so. Nice green texture, or blue. When you look at blue, can you see something? Well, let's make it slightly deeper blue. Let's make it slightly less opaque. Oh my word. It's not moving, so it doesn't look that realistic from that point of view. But from visually, if you don't want something to move, that looks like water. So you could use this method for creating some kind of water feature, even if it's just a sort of a still image. Okay, hopefully that's been useful. Another little trick and a simple thing that some people may have known, other people won't have known. So hopefully that's been useful. Please subscribe if you can. I'll be bringing some more stuff. I'm trying to do it more regularly now, so hopefully you'll see some more stuff as we go along fairly soon. Thanks very much for watching.